Now, you're countersuing. You say that this caused people to cancel on you before it was taken down, I presume.
It took a lot of work. There's sites where I get my work from. It took a lot of work to build customer trust back up.
I'm sure. After December, did you speak to him over the phone or by text message?
Both.
How heated did the conversations get?
Yeah, I was angry.
During that time, she must be, I want you to be clear about it, very angry.
Yeah, I was fuming.
One thing that's absolutely clear to me is I don't have the time or wherewithal to investigate it, but I'm entirely sure this is not your post. How much out of interest did you plan to sue her for?
We were looking at around about £500 due to...
£500?
Yep.
Now, one question that still remains before I come to my ruling is this. You said you were prepared to pay £750, is that
Yes.
right? You now know it's a lot more.
Yes.
Do you have any resentment towards your brother for the situation you've now found yourself in?
Yes.
Why are you so angry?
For what he's put his children through, for what they've now got to be brought up without a dad. I've got a lot of resentment for him for it. He chose drugs over his children.
And is there a part of you, after the dust has settled and the grief changes from sadness, wanting to help, doing the right thing, to some reflection?
Yes.
And you start thinking to yourself, hang on a minute. It's one of the processes of grief. I'm furious.
Yes.
He's left his children. He's left this woman
Yes.
in debt. And now, here I am, the only one that works, left carrying the can. Why should I? Why should I? That about right?
Yeah. I have children as well who need me to support them.
In other words, you are financially punished for having done the right thing.
Yes.
What does that anger do to you?
It's frustrating that because I work, I'm the one who's being told to fork out for this. It wasn't my lifestyle choices that I don't work, or I did work. People make decisions in their life and lead the way they do, and you can't come back on someone like that.
And that may be true. The difficulty is, in law, the moment, especially in the circumstances you were in and that Vicky was in, that you make a promise. And that can have, and sometimes does have, real consequences. Right? Do you miss your younger brother? When he was a younger man?
Yes, yes. I miss him when he's an older man as well.
What would you say to him if he were here?
Look what you've done. Look what your selfishness has done.
Vicky, if you could, what would you say?
I miss him every day.
It's a very, very sad case. You held yourself out as a person responsible for absolutely good reason. You wanted to arrange the funeral because the main mourners were your two young children. That left you with an outstanding debt of £1,636 that Sam made a representation to the funeral directors that he would pay, albeit over a period of time. He never made that payment. At first, he says it was because he discovered that you had in some way tried to destroy his business. I don't accept that. And therefore, you're entitled to the full amount of £1,636. Your counterclaim, which I can't get to the bottom of, but I would if I had more time, is dismissed. That's the award of this court, £1,636. Whatever happened here was against a very traumatic backdrop. Family's important. It's up to you now, bearing in mind what I'm sure he will now do, to determine whether or not they should have an uncle in their lives or not. But I promise you this, he's working. He lives his life having made different choices. That strikes me as a positive role model. It's a matter for you both to decide what you do now. That's the award of this court.
Vicky won her case and was awarded the full amount of her claim. Sam's counterclaim was dismissed. Let's find out how both parties felt about the judge's ruling.
Judge Rinder clearly saw Sam for what he was, a liar.
It was probably a fair ruling. I did promise to make money and, yeah, but I've not got an issue with that ruling.
Why did you
Just, how
expect
much-
me to pay this?
How much are you paying towards his funeral now?
Nothing,
not a penny.
exactly
not a
what I
penny.
should be
Not a
paying
penny.
Sam.
Not a penny.
I thought that he'd actually pay what he said he would and not let us down like this.
I'm angry about the counterclaim was of the location it was set in, where it had come from. I've not literally driven outside a house to slander my own company and then post it online, so then I lose business. Why'd I do that?
I'll never see Sam again. Simple.
If you enjoyed that video, then I strongly suggest clicking here for more highlights. For those of you who haven't subscribed yet, and why not, so that you never miss out, subscribe. Clicking down there, that's an order.